Ladies and gents, people of YouTube, welcome back. If you're new, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe while you're here. Today we're going to do, well, relatively easy project. We're going to do the brakes on my truck, on the work truck, not the fun truck. Work truck, 2001 F250 diesel, two-wheel drive. Made a few videos about the truck, big time popularities on the lift kit. Everyone loves that stuff. But yeah, so front brakes we're going to do. I have the back brakes. I don't know if we're going to put them on today or not. I don't know if I'll have enough time, but I'll definitely get the front ones done. And the bearings on these are like inside. It's like a hub, one-piece rotor-ish thing. I'll show you. But it's relatively simple, so let's get to it. So as far as stuff you're going to need new brake pads, obviously new rotors. You're going to want to get yourself some brake parts cleaner to clean everything off when you're putting it together. Don't mind that. That is just a fuel filter. Also, bearings and seals. Get all new stuff. Don't reuse your old stuff. Let's not be silly here, folks. It's not that expensive. And get the best stuff you can. I went with National. It's the best top quality brand that they had at the old O'Reilly's, which is closest auto parts to me. But yeah, so put all new stuff in, and also the good stuff comes with a warranty. I think these have a 2 or 3 year warranty, lifetime, and then either 2 or 3 on the bearings. I can't remember, but you know, the truck's an 01. She hasn't cracked 90,000 miles yet, so I'm not too worried about it warranty wise, but the warranty comes with it, and that is always nice. All right, first things third, we got her all jacked up. Got a little jack stand under there for the safeties. And we got to pull the wheels off. Obviously, my wheels are not factory, so I don't know how yours come off, but this is how mine come off. So you can see the rotor is just not looking good. Some definite bad spots in it, and it's just overheated big time. And it's got a definitely warp in it, so not good. Digging into her a little farther now. So this cap sits right in here. If you take a hammer and just give it a little tap 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 and rotate it, it'll pop right off. You do not want to damage this little guy, so set him over there. Nice little safety pin in here, pull that off. This is just like a little collar that sits over the nut, and then you have access to the nut, and we can zip that off. You can see the outer bearing in there, and then there's another bearing that goes on the back side. But yeah, also I think we're gonna start the truck and turn the wheel over so we can get access to the caliper bolts a little easier. All right, so basically there's 4 bolts that hold the caliper on. These 2 are 17s. These 2 are 21s, I believe. And once you pop those off, you can take this off and lift it up. And we're going to take a C-clamp and push the piston back a little bit. So as you can see, I got everything apart. I took a C-clamp and squeezed back the old caliper there. Down here, we have the brake pad holder. These little clips here just hold the pads in place. The other one fell out when I was taking it apart. But we're going to clean this up. The new ones came with new hardware as well. So we're going to put all the new hardware in it because we got it. And you also want to put a little bit of assembly grease, or brake grease, on the sliders there. Oh yeah, and if you're wondering what the back side of the rotor looks like, here's the back side. There's a seal here and a bearing there. So the seal, you just gotta find something close to that to drive it in. I know you guys are gonna find this incredibly hard to believe, but the auto parts store gave me the wrong parts yesterday. So I wasn't able to finish the job, and I'll show you where they went wrong. So I've already went and got the correct ones, but the rotors they gave me did not have an ABS ring, which is kind of a big deal because I don't want my ABS light on. Oh yeah, and I want my ABS to work. So got the good stuff. Let's put it in. All right, so I don't want to say trickiest, but the probably most important part of the brake job here is after you get your outer bearing in, there's a washer and then your nut, and you screw the nut on. I don't remember if I videotaped when I took it off, but I was able to take it off by hand. It's actually a number 27, but with these bad boys, you kind of snug it up and then back it off a little bit. This is not something that has to be really tight. This is something that needs to spin freely. It's not like a pressure type dealio. You want it to spin freely, otherwise you'll burn up your hub. So that looks pretty good. And then we'll put on this little chingaderas here. Actually, there we go. And then a little pin goes back through her. Might have to straighten that out before I put it back in. A little bit, little hammer action there. All right, guys, so that went pretty smooth, I suppose. Couple things to remember, I guess, is just you know, use a lot of grease. Grease is your friend. And when you go pick up your parts, make sure that you know, there's an ABS ring. I would open the boxes before you go home, and then you avoid the extra hour of driving and all the messing around like I had to go through. But I do have the back brakes for it. I just didn't have time to put them on. That's a project for another day. But if you're new to the channel, please subscribe while you're here. As always, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.